Hi folks, this is Chris Fanning from the Picton Gazette. This week has been another busy news week. In particular, we're talking about infrastructure and development issues. The regional water treatment plant is at the top of the list. Here's Karen Valahora to talk about that.
Thanks, Chris. This is Karen Valahora for the Picton Gazette. This week's issue really got underway when I attended a town hall meeting in Wellington last Monday. Very well attended. Highline Hall apparently holds 350. It was standing room only. There were maybe 400 people there. It was crowded, and it's a big hall. The subject was infrastructure, specifically wastewater infrastructure that the county has been busy building and planning for a decade. The momentum against this infrastructure is gathering, and this very well-attended meeting was canvassing citizen concerns about the expense of the infrastructure and the necessity of it being planned for at all. The meeting was troubling for me. There was a great deal of misinformation and fear-mongering at the meeting. And just to take one fact, the number that's being thrown around now is that all the new regional infrastructure is going to cost $300 million. Last week, the best estimate we had was $150 to $200 million. Earlier this week, the county published another study of the regional plan that costed it at $192.4 million. These are all ballpark estimates, it's true, but when you go from 150 to 200 to 300 million, it's like the amounts don't matter and the facts don't matter. And that was the sense at the Wellington meeting. There are very few facts on the ground there, and those that are there get twisted. So I went home from the meeting and fact-checked the claims I heard there by going through county documents and proposals and studies produced by the population projectionists, the economists, Watson and Associates, and the engineering companies that the county hires, SEMA engineers, who have done about a decade's worth of studies and reports on infrastructure for the county. So we present a fact-check sheet that we're very proud of. And don't worry, we got that fact-check sheet fact-checked by other people who collaborate on the paper, our own consultants, if you will. There's a news story on the town hall meeting, so you can read for yourself what happened there. We have an interview with Alexandra de Gasperis, Vice President at Deco Communities, one of the major builders in the consortium at PEC Community Partners. And she talks both about how they really need this regional water infrastructure to build 7,500 homes at Base 31, and they are more than willing to pay for it through development charges agreements. We have an editorial on growth in the county, growth and development and what it's all about and what it's for. And I think that covers the issue. We really enjoyed putting it together. We think it's a terrific week. We think the county is endlessly interesting, and I look forward to reporting more. Thank you. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Karen. And of course, our letters page includes some commentary on development, as well as the ubiquitous Picton terminals. Speaking of which, Jason Parks has a report on a new development there.
Thanks, Chris. Well, it's the biggest piece of farming news in decades for Prince Edward County. Canadian grain milling giant Parrish and Heimbrecher are teaming up with the Picton terminals to build a major bulk terminal on Picton Bay. Millions of bushels of corn, wheat, and soybeans harvested in this part of the province could soon be transshipped from Picton to ports all over North America, and that's a callback to the county's barley days of the 1800s. In sports, nearly 1,000 players took part in the annual Gary Park Soccer Festival as the 2024 soccer season wrapped up earlier this month. The Prince Edward County Soccer Association is thanking volunteers, coaches, officials, and of course, the nearly 70 sponsors that made this season one of the most successful in PEXA history. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, Jason. And speaking of the kids, we have a feature on the County Kids Read program. It's celebrating its 15th anniversary with a special event in Benson Park this Saturday. Don't miss it. Links for all of these items, of course, are in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there. And until next week, we'll see you.